Let's do a ponytail at home together with no glue on 4C hair. Okay, jump scare, but you will have to use heat for this tutorial. Just a quick disclaimer. Of course, I did use heat protectant, but I went in and washed and blow dried my hair and then straightened it with the chase method, and I only made sure to go through my hair with the flat iron one time. Now, going into the mode, you're going to want to put your hair in a ponytail in the position that you would like your ponytail to be. And you want to section out your baby hairs and use a wax stick to hold them in place out of the way of your mold. I went with like the mid sort of back position, but if you want like a low one or a really high one or like a 3-part one or something like that, you would want to use a scrunchie to put your hair in a ponytail. Not too tight where it will give you a headache, but tight enough so that it's like sleek. Now, here are all the products that I use. You can take a quick screenshot, but essentially you're going to want a holding spray like Eben or Got To Be. I used Eben. You're going to want a wax stick and pump it up spray. Now on to the molding part. I'm sorry I didn't get as many clips because this originally was not like a tutorial. It was more like a get ready with me vibe, but I slowed this part down because I wanted to show you guys. So you're basically going to mold your hair in sections. I did 3 sections in the front, which was the left, middle, and right, and then 2 sections in the back, which was the left and right. You're going to start off with the wax stick, as you can see me applying to that right section at the back of my head, and then I'm going to comb that through with my rat tail comb and make it as smooth as possible. And then, and you want to take your time with this. It does take a long time, I'm not going to lie, because you want everything to be smooth. But then you're going to take your holding spray and you're going to add the spray to the roots or the bottom part of that section, and you're going to work your way up in sections as well. So you're going to smooth the Eben spray all the way up to the top and take your time with it. And then you're also going to use your hand as a tool to kind of guide you. And then you're going to use your blow dryer on a cool setting, and you want to make sure that it is all the way dry before you move up to the top and before you move up to any other section. So make sure that it is completely dry. You'll know that it's completely dry if it's not tacky anymore, and then you want to continue the same process throughout all of the sections. Okay, so next you want to tackle your edges. I went in with the hot comb again and used my mini flat iron to kind of curl my edges to give it that fluffy effect. To be honest, there's no particular method that I personally use for my edges. I just know how I like them. But to start out, I sprayed my edge brush with the Eben spray again, and I kind of used that to lay my edges in the direction of the mold. Essentially, you just want to make sure that any of the end pieces from your baby hairs is laying flat with the mold as well, and that it's all dry. So if you're going to use Eben spray or edge control, make sure that it's all dry and that it's all laying flat with the mold. I did end up using a little bit of edge control, I think, after the Eben spray, just to make sure that, again, like it held well throughout the night. And then as a last and final step for the mold itself, you're going to go with your pump it up spray, and you're going to want to spray your head from a distance. Make sure it's not too close, so it's not like too wet. And then you're going to tie your hair with a scarf or like those paper strips. I thought I had those paper strips. I just couldn't find them for the life of me. So I ended up using my scarf. And then once you tie down the mold, obviously you want to make sure that the actual ponytail part is separated from the rest of the mold. But once you tie down your scarf or your strips, you're going to use your blow dryer for a couple minutes before you start the actual ponytail with the bundles. Okay, now for the ponytail part, I put my hair in a braid and tied it with a rubber band at the end. And I'm using pack hair from the beauty supply store, old school style, I know. But to secure the ponytail, basically you want to keep your weft folded in half and put a bobby pin into that track. and place that bobby pin at the end of your ponytail in a vertical direction. You can kind of use the rubber band to also secure the first bobby pin, but essentially you want to make sure that it's in a vertical direction that's flush with the braid so that it's not poking out from side to side. Do not place it in a direction that's left to right. And again, I apologize, I don't have many clips, but essentially I would pin and then wrap maybe 3 to 4 times, and then I would pin again, and I would repeat that process all the way up until the top. And once I get to the top, I would take a strip of that hair from the back and wrap it around the ponytail to secure it and essentially conceal the ponytail. And I would use Got to Be spray to make sure that it sticks. I would recommend going on YouTube as well for like more in-depth tutorials. Desi Rayway has a really good tutorial on YouTube, and that's where I got this method from. Also, I think Charisse has a good method as well. And that is basically it. You are all done, and you got a little facelift for free as well. But yeah, I ended up cutting my ponytail into a blunt cut and then curling it into a little flip. I think next time I might try using 1.5 bundles. But overall, I'm in love with the style, and I love that I can get a little salon finish at home. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye!